Okay, so welcome to the next video of kind of Speeduino problems, or like generally problems that you could have with standalone ECUs. This time we're going to talk about RPM fluctuations, RPM spikes, or whatever you are or you want to call them that you are having with Speeduino or anything that basically is standalone ECU. This could apply to even any other ECU that you would be using, like ECU Master, Haltech, etc. But I've seen this most happen on Speeduino ECUs because the input filtering or these ECUs are more susceptible to it, I feel. So as you can see in this footage, the problem we are seeing is that the RPM is spiking. In this case, it's a Speeduino UA4C ECU with a K20 engine and a normal Hall effects or Hall effect sensor for the crank. No cam sensor, and it is fluctuating quite badly. So the RPM is spiking, and I will show you now what this could be the case of. Oh, the Miata is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, because here you can see, it's pretty hard to see, but there is the crank sensor. And it is only fixed by one bolt, there you can see it. And if you loosen that bolt, you can turn the crank sensor, or rather you can vary the distance between the wheel and the crank sensor itself. And that can cause those RPM issues or RPM fluctuations. So you want about a credit card thickness or something like that in distance between the sensor and the tooth or the teeth. And yeah, that's the most important thing, I'd say. The other thing is the wiring. Because this is my crank sensor wiring. I laid this pretty separately from most other wiring until here, but I didn't have any issues with signals. So I was going to do it like this, and that's fine for me. Don't worry about this, I burned it a little. I gotta fix that. But if you are having issues still with the crank signal, then lay the signal or the wiring for the crank sensor separate to everything else. So because, for example, if you lay it near the coil packs, or if you have spark plug wires, because the spark plug wires carry relatively high voltage, it can cause interference between the crank sensor and the spark plug wires, or even the coils, because the coils are working with a relatively high voltage, or not relatively high, but very high, and so that can cause issues. The same, although if that's the case, then I'd say there's a shielding issue, but even the injectors can cause those issues. So laying the crank sensor wires completely separately to everything else might be the best solution if you still have issues. Like, for example, all my wiring is running right there, and maybe run your crank sensor wires on this side or something to get it out of the way from anything that generates current, and that could influence the crank sensor wiring. The other thing is use shielded wire. So wire that is basically has a shielding inside it, which looks kind of like tin foil, and that will help with signal integrity. And most or a lot of standard cars do actually have shielded crank sensor wiring, or generally sensor wiring is shielded in those, and that helps a lot. But the other thing you have to do is do not connect the shield to any ground or sensor ground, power ground on the ECU. Just leave that open. Normally that should be enough. Or if the ECU specifically says that you need to connect it somewhere, you can connect it, but I would first try to leave it open just as a shield, basically, so it doesn't connect to ground. So after eliminating those hardware issues, the only thing that could be the case is that either the sensor is defective, so that could also lead to interferences like that. You could also set the trigger edge and see if that helps, or also what you can do on Speeduino is set the filters up. But the thing is, with those, it can't really, or they might help, but if you need to set them to aggressive or something, it's kind of not really recommended to do that, because then the signal can also get messed up, and I think your problem might lie somewhere else. There is obviously limitations with RPM in general for these ECUs, like for example anything above 15,000 RPM is going to be kind of a problem, but so like motorcycle engines tend to be more susceptible to signal issues, just because there's going to be more noise, more vibrations, and in general this is a more busy signal for the ECU to process, so you gotta keep that in mind if you have a high RPM engine. And then even a ECU like a RAS EFI that's much faster might be a better idea to get into. Yeah, so that's what I would suggest if you are having issues like this. If you have any questions or if that didn't resolve your problems, you can let me know in the comments below. If you have any other tips maybe that you also found out to help others resolve those problems. And otherwise, that's it from me. I wish you a nice day and goodbye.